Awakened by Impulse. January 18, 2015. Learning to discern your own awakening is a paramount experience and journey. One that will have you understanding that to be awake, all ideas and previous understandings seem to just disappear because what remains is pure consciousness. When you wake from your slumber, you come to the pure clarity of awareness that is partnered with being awake, where all is nothing. When one transcends their previous way of living and being and discover they have finally awakened to their true self, their emotional and mental faculties will be matured and no longer be tempted to respond egoically as they have done so in the past. One who is truly awake and fully connected with their inner self understands the freedom of not being tempted by the emotional upheaval that is demonstrated by those around them. They will be at a steady pace of peace that is formed within, and touches all that is external. The dear souls that experiences a true spiritual awakening will have no need to share this achievement through gossip or by declaring it to the world, as such responses demonstrate the ego is still present and very much in control of the emotional and mental aspect of their person. Your awakening will be visible by the actions, words, and choices you make. It is important to understand when you have truly awakened, you identify with the fact that you have always been more than just a body with a mind. You are existing right now, not in the past and not in the future. It is this very moment that is filled with your presence, and you maturely and with a somewhat neutral way, remove yourself beyond the temptation to engage in conflict, stress, the feeling of separation, and accept that you are now living from unconditional harmony and bliss. You inhale peace and exhale love for yourself and for all people and creatures alike. There may be times when you are unable to recognize when you have awakened or when you have moved a little further on your journey that will direct you to enlightenment. But there will be definitive moments when you are clear of when you have reached a little higher, and you do this by focusing internally, feeling the sensations that exist within you, not by what is going on externally. Your mind will want to define things, such as your name, possibly your position at your workplace or who you are partnered with, but when you are working from within, all this fades away to nothingness as you are all this and more. You don't require words to know who you are. When you take the time to tune into your inner being, try to recognize the profound feeling that you are. You are not a someone or a something. You are existing in this precious moment. You are not trying to change or alter anything, you are just being. When you are just being, you have moved yourself beyond all thinking and you become the sensation of your existence. We ask you to try something. With your eyes closed and your breathing nice and steady, focus on the sensation of your left hand. Now without moving your left hand, bring your concentrated focus to the full area of your left hand and feel the sensations that are alive there. If you are truly focused and paying attention, you will soon come to realize that your hand no longer feels like a solid object. After enough time trying to feel the sensations of the hand, you are no longer able to feel where your hand ends and where space starts. The sensations of your hand becomes more like puff of energy that is without borders or weight, it just is. You can try this exercise with the rest of your body or with your whole body all at once, and feel the sensation and energy of your whole body, vibrating peacefully, making you feel and know what pure and genuine bliss is. This, dear ones, is the beginning of your spiritual awakening, when you are aware of your own vibrational bliss in all you do without doing, by just being. It is only normal and human to find yourself caught up by your busy thoughts. When you find this happening, understand you have permitted yourself to be back into heavy density of separation from everything, and you attract stress to your physical body as well as to your mental and emotional self. You are encouraged to discover ways that resonates with you that will help dissolve negative thinking and reset your thought process to that of a more natural state of consciousness. During a stress-filled moment, simply allow your focus to rest on the blissful feeling of simply existing that moves you beyond thinking, and allow yourself to just be. Thoughts will come, simply let them be on their way, remain focused on your inner self in the here and now. With enough practice, you will expand your ability to observe your thoughts as they arise. And you will experience all things arising and leaving back into the realm of consciousness. You will find yourself feeling completely liberated and no longer confined to your mind or body, as you become consciousness itself. This is when you realize and recognize that at the very center of your being, that it is consciousness that you are. Your work each day after this point is to increase the sensitive energy that surrounds your awakening that returns to you when your energy rises and awakens you. It is this very moment of awakening, dear ones, that provides you with breathtakingly new directions and opportunities to further your practice of your sensory abilities, that will propel you further into deeper and open more awakening experiences. Awakening, dear ones, is an impulse that comes from within the depth of your spirit, that finally creates a bridge from your own inner depths to the heart of God. It is a connection that moves you beyond your mundane thoughts. For those who have awakened understands what they enter in truth is a silent and direct inner knowing and comprehension that as your eyes see, something deep within you is remembering it is time to come back to the present, to be awake as your true, natural self. There are no demands, there is no need to feel competitive with your fellow man, you are here peacefully, in bliss and in presence. When you finally realize that yes, you have awakened, the beauty of your awakening will continue to flow from God, while you are intermittently opening this great divine door. It is normal to discover your senses are piqued. You may experience new tastes that were not there before, possibly hear what was missed, and smell fragrances that are normally not possible depending on the season which you awaken. For example, you might smell the sweetness of an apple orchard while experiencing the cold and snowiness of winter. It is the beauty of your awakening that has the power of breaking through any previously conceived veils and with your engagement with time. Time is merely a tool to get to an appointment or schedule. Beyond this, it is irrelevant. You cannot determine when you will awaken or when you will notice this phenomena when it occurs. That is not important. What is important is to recognize the impulse as it is the impulse that tells you, you have an opportunity to rise as you are, by just being in presence in this very moment. Don't add stress by worrying yourself to follow certain guidelines that will awaken you. You will awaken when it is time, and not a moment before. Enjoy the journey of your unfoldment as it never ends. Even long after you awaken and you bring yourself to ascension, your unfoldment is continuous as you continue to gather more understanding of who you are, just as you are, by focusing inward more than what is happening externally. You are who you are meant to be, no more no less. I am Melchizedek through Julie Miller. spiritualnetworks.com